Welcome everyone to HueFin, also known as HueFin News. Today is June the 20th, 2021. You guys can see on my chart, we're going to give you all a prediction as to where the price is going to go in clean energy fuels. Now, before I break that down, before I look at this article right here, as to why Reddit traders are expecting this price for clean energy to continue to go higher, make sure if you want to join our team, join our community, you're here. You're more than welcome to join if you want to learn how to predict price movements so that you can get in position and win in this space. This is what we're all about. We're here to profit into the market, get in position before anyone else so that we can beat them to the punch and take the bag. Join us. Hit the like button, share, and subscribe here to the channel. We're not going to give you a lot of that fear, a lot of that FUD and that FOMO. We're not going to play on the news. We're not going to play on technical indicators because the only thing that you need is price bars and volume. And once you're able to interpret those things, you can actually win a lot more than lose, right? So now, real quick, let's look at this article here. It's posted by CNBC June 17th, so it's about 3 days ago, by Kevin Stank. And you can see that the title tells us that the CEO of Clean Energy Fuels is telling us that he feels that Reddit traders are enthusiastic and that they understand the company's potential, i.e. they understand that the price for clean energy fuels should continue to go higher, right? And I wanted to show you all this highlighted portion right here, that I wanted to tell you all that these CEOs, these individuals who have massive amounts of money at their disposal, they're looking at what we do. They're involved in these social media platforms, whether it's Reddit, whether it's Twitter, whether it's YouTube, whether it's Snapchat, whether it's TikTok. They're looking at these videos as well. And this is what the CEO for Clean Energy Fuels pretty much said in this interview he did with Jim Cramer, right? This is what he says, and I quote, "I've read a lot of these posts. It seems like they get it." This is what the CEO, Andrew Littlefair, told Jim Cramer. So look, they're looking at us. They're paying attention to what we as retail traders or investors are doing and what we're saying, right? And you think that he's upset by the things that the Reddit traders have been saying on that platform? Not at all. He's very enthusiastic that many of those Reddit traders are anticipating this stock to go higher because it makes him look good. It makes his company look good. So he's fine. He's looking at the chat boards and the posts to see if there's any negativity going on about his company. Because if he sees that, then he had to come in and do some damage control on mainstream media or even come on these social media platforms and do interviews with these YouTubers and Redditors so that he can try to calm those fears. But right now, he's cool. He's liking what is going on in the market for his stock, right? Now, one of those things that comes through again and again is they said, hey, these guys at Clean Energy. So this is what he's grabbing from the post that he's read on Reddit. Okay. These guys at Clean Energy take something nobody wants. They clean it up, put it in a vehicle, make money and save the planet. I kind of like that. So I think they get it. So based off some of the posts on Reddit about the company Clean Energy and what they do, he feels that they understand what's going on and how much value that can add to the company's value, to the environment. This is what Clean Energy Fuel, this is what they do, right? Now, they take methane from manure and they process it in such a way that it can be used as fuel for vehicles, right? Pretty good. They're up. Clean Energy Fuel stock is up about 41% right now. So it's been a great run. In April, the company has reached an agreement with Amazon to provide itself, the e-commerce giant Amazon, with access to its renewable natural gas stations. Okay. Right now, there's 19. New stations coming up will be 27. Total, make it 46 RNG stations being available that Amazon can tap into to operate their fleet vehicles. Right there. So just because Reddit has picked up on the value of clean energy fuels, and the social media, well, I'm not gonna say social media, I would say mainstream media is trying to pick this up as if it's a meme stock. Jim Cramer said on Twitter that the Redditors, or the memesters, as what he termed in his tweet, maybe got one of these stocks right, and clean energy fuels is that one. Trying to say that it's not one of those retail trader stock that they're just trying to pump up and get a short squeeze out of so that they can hit these major hedge funds. Jim Cramer actually think that this is a viable play, i.e. he's expecting the market price to go higher in clean energy fuel as well. All right. So now let's break down our last price prediction into the market in clean fuel. You can see it was right there on June the 10th. We played a weakness into the market. And on that video, it is in our clean energy playlist. We said that we would come through and TP out the market around $10, right? And right there on June the 16th. So 6 days into our prediction, clean energy fuels came all the way down to $10.20. So we was 20 cents off in the market in clean energy fuels, hitting our area of TP. Okay. Now, if we were to get out on the last trading day, we'll be down around 6%. All right. So if you were able to hit the low that came in on June the 16th, congratulations. You would have harnessed about 7, almost 8% profitability. If not, you're down about 6.32% right now. Okay. So now let's take this away. And we need to see whether or not the market price in clean energy is going to go higher. Okay. First thing is first, the market in clean energy, we really need to make a determination as to what the market is trying to do. Okay. We need to make that determination. And let me zoom this out on the 3-day time frame and see if this market in clean energy is actually creating a trend. Are we seeing the market in clean energy in an upward trend? Yes, we are. Okay, this market in clean energy is in an upward trend, which is nothing wrong with that. The volume over the last 3 or 4 3-day price bars is climactic. That simply tells us that the market is very involved in the price. It means that these hedge funds, these banking institutions are now participating in the market in clean energy. Retail traders cannot create this much volume. You have to have some hedge funds. You have to have some bigger institutions involved to make this type of volume appear. So they're here. So now the question is, are they there selling or are they here buying? That's the question. Because right now, the market over the last 2, I would say on these 2 3-day price bars, clean energy sold off, right? There were some indications that the market was selling here on these 2 3-day price bars. It tried to push down the price, is all I'm saying. And it didn't happen though, right? This 3-day price bar tells us that there's enough demand here into the market of clean energy that the market could not have any major movement to the downside. That's a big clue to us. It tells us that the market, at least, it wants to continue to trade sideways, right? So now, this is the 5-day. And the last 2 5-day price bars, I mean, we're still seeing some weakness. You know, there's still some selling going on into the market in clean energy. This is the weekly time frame, right? Very climactic. Like, this volume definitely is huge into the market in clean energy. And this history goes all the way back since like 2007, once clean energy started trading on the exchanges. So it's a lot of price action going on here that if we're going to continue to see the strength, it would have to break through all of this business transactions that occurred 10 years ago, right? So now, this is the area of support, okay? It's going to be around $11. And so long as price continues to trade above 11, we're going to continue to expect the market to go higher, okay? The first area of restriction is being seen around 14. Okay. So now We're going to play the strength on this particular video into the market in clean energy. And let's see how high we're expecting the market to go. So I said at 14 is the closest area of restriction into the market in clean energy. Bring that down. So that's about 19% market movement to the upside. We would come through and TP out a little bit around 13 though. That also is a restriction area. So now let's run this back to the daily time frame. And we're going to TP out first around 13. Okay. That will still give us around 10, 11% profitability. I'm going to run it back up towards 14 though, ultimately, for clean energy fuels. And our support area is going to be, I like the area to hold support right there around $10, because that was already confirmed previously that the market could not break below that when it did go lower. But I'm extending down just a little bit further. Okay, so that is it. This is our expectations of what the market is anticipated to do in the market of clean energy fuels. This is what we're looking forward to. So now you're on our team, and we want you all to contribute. We want you all to call the market right alongside with us and tell us what do you think the price in clean energy fuels is going to go in the next, let's do 2 weeks. Where will price be in clean energy fuels in 2 weeks? Drop the comment in the comment section. I will have the link to this article in the description if you guys want to continue to read up on it. But for us, the market news is on the chart. So let me know what you all think. Make sure you maintain the profitability, and as always, trade different.